if I did what I like, if like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like
the game plan, and you know, a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, you know, he's to me, he's still a kid. And when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me.
The best way to end a fight is the way Floyd Mayweather just did with Gervonta Davis. He showed up unexpectedly at the gym to visit him. Gervonta Davis is getting ready for his rematch with Lamont Roach, and his trainers were focused on his training, not expecting Floyd to show up at all. It was a surprise no one saw coming.
They have been in the ring before, they got ring experience as a fighter, to be in your corner so they can help you when you get in certain situations. Can tell you how you can go about the situation when you're.
As Gervonta Davis was training for his upcoming fight, Floyd Mayweather made a surprise visit to the gym, catching everyone off guard. There was no tension between them, it was actually a friendly and unexpected moment. Floyd was welcomed warmly, and once people saw how he approached them, they reacted positively. While other boxers continued training, Floyd chatted with Gervonta and his coaches for a bit. When it was time for Gervonta, also known as Tank, to get back to training, Floyd shared advice and tips, bringing back old memories. He gave helpful suggestions alongside Tank's trainers, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. With all the training sessions, many expect Gervonta Tank Davis to come out on top when he faces Lamont Roach on fight night. Tank and Floyd Mayweather have always shared a lot in common, and that connection was clear during Tank's first fight with Roach. Interestingly, both fighters even dealt with a similar knee issue during their careers. Like Mayweather, Tank hasn't been seriously challenged on the scorecards. Opponents have found it hard to land damaging shots on Floyd, who has only been knocked down once in his entire professional career, and even that wasn't from a powerful punch. In May 2001, Floyd Mayweather fought Carlos Hernandez to defend his WBC super featherweight title. This was his 8th title defense, and he was still a rising star at just 25 years old. Even though Mayweather was winning the fight, something unusual happened in the 6th round. He wasn't knocked down by a punch, but he took a knee on his own. Because of that, the referee gave him an official count. It was a strange moment, especially since Hernandez hadn't really hurt him. After taking a knee, Mayweather appeared to be in pain and signaled to his corner, suggesting he had hurt his left hand. Still, he managed to keep fighting and went on to win the match. As for his relationship with Gervonta Davis, things have gotten tense over the past year. Fans are hoping it improves, but it's been rough. The biggest issue was how Mayweather seemed to take sides against Davis in his last fight. Not only did he act in a way many felt was unlike a boxing legend, but he also seemed upset after Davis lost. He posted on Instagram about the fight being cancelled, but it didn't feel like enough support. On top of that, he called a fight, one many thought Davis would easily win, a 50-50th matchup, and even gave tips to Frank Martin on how to beat Davis. This time, the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis went even further. Floyd reportedly called Davis's opponent, Frank Martin, in secret and gave him tips on how to beat Tank. Whether Frank didn't follow the advice or it simply didn't work, we may never know. On fight night, Martin started strong and looked impressive in the early rounds. But in the 8th round, just 1 minute and 49 seconds in, Davis landed a powerful punch that knocked Martin out cold. With that, Gervonta Davis secured the 30th win of his career. But the real problem wasn't the fight itself, it was Floyd Mayweather's involvement. His ongoing feud with Gervonta Davis had become one of the most intense mentor versus protege conflicts in recent boxing history. What made things worse was when Frank Martin, in one of his pre-fight interviews, revealed that Mayweather had helped him prepare for the fight. It seemed clear that Floyd was trying to get back at Davis for what he saw as disrespect, adding more fuel to their already heated rivalry.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, cause 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, you know, like, cause you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running.
Boxing fans and experts were shocked when Frank Martin revealed he had been getting advice from Gervonta Davis's former mentor and promoter, Floyd Mayweather. This surprising twist added more tension to an already heated rivalry. In a recent interview with Jay Hill, Gervonta Davis made some bold claims about his relationship with Mayweather. One of the most controversial statements was that Mayweather had always wanted to see him lose. According to Davis, Floyd came close to getting his wish during that fight. Mayweather didn't stay silent either, he seemed determined to distract Davis ahead of his world title match, stirring up more drama just before the two eventually reconnected.
Well, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive.
Here's what really happened. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was once a rising star under the guidance of boxing legend Floyd Mayweather. He was seen as Floyd's protege, but their relationship eventually fell apart, and now the two no longer speak. Their fallout was very public, but Davis moved on, grew stronger as a fighter, and became an even bigger star, both in the US and around the world. In an interview on the Mr. J. Hill podcast, Davis shared his side of the story and opened up about what really went down between him and Mayweather.
I was in a lose-lose situation now.
What?
Came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind.
Gervonta Davis spoke honestly about his experience with Floyd Mayweather, saying that once you get close to someone you admire, like Mayweather, you sometimes realize they're not who they claim to be. That realization was painful for him. He explained that he decided to go his own way and focus on his own path. Davis shared how he felt Floyd had put him in tough, no-win situations. One example he gave was his first world title fight against Jose Pedroza. At just 21 years old, with a 16-0 record, Davis hadn't fought in nearly 8 months and was earning only around $10,000 per fight. He said he was struggling, he'd been evicted and had to sell his car, and was told he had to take the fight or be sidelined. Davis believes Floyd did that on purpose. He also mentioned that he tried to warn other boxers so they wouldn't face the same struggles. Now, when those same fighters say they want to fight him, it feels like betrayal.
What else you want to talk about? We got
real quick.
What's up?
Actually, I just wanted to say I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big
Tank on here.
Yeah, Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know.
Floyd Mayweather, the boxing legend, guided Gervonta "Tank" Davis through most of his career as Davis won world titles in several weight classes and became known as one of the sport's most exciting fighters. However, they parted ways in 2022, and since then, their relationship has become tense, with both men exchanging insults over the years. Recently, Davis revealed on the Jill podcast that Mayweather once put him in a fight where he actually wanted Tank to lose. It's never easy to hear things like this, but at least Davis has been open about what happened between him, Mayweather, and Mayweather's promotional company.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. I don't think Terrence Crawford should fight. Benavidez. That don't make no sense. You don't never want to see nobody.
An old chapter has reopened about the rocky relationship between Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather. Until recently, neither of them spoke openly about it. It was actually two of Davis's trainers who first revealed some of the harsh things Mayweather did to him. Hearing these stories makes it hard to keep a positive view of the boxing legend. In fact, these new revelations seem to explain why Davis has acted negatively toward Mayweather. At one point, the relationship between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gervonta "Tank" Davis looked unbreakable, almost like a father and son. But that bond has since fallen apart. Tensions grew when Davis accused Mayweather of banning him from his gym while he was training for his 2023 fight against Ryan Garcia.
I respect him, and I won't say I respect him. I appreciate him. I appreciate him for what he done, because he did, like, you know, he did help me out. He definitely helped me out, but it was more so like, he would say that he gave me like money to get my mom out the hood, but...
Although Gervonta Davis officially left Mayweather Promotions in 2022, Floyd Mayweather said he didn't hold any hard feelings. He said, "Nothing lasts forever. I will always love Tank. I like him. Love him. I look at him as a son. He has to do what's best for him." But soon after, Davis started taking shots at Mayweather. He openly criticized his former mentor, accusing him of unresolved financial issues in Dubai. Since then, things have only gotten worse, with both sides exchanging subtle digs and continuing the tension between them. Remember when the 29-year-old Davis claimed that Mayweather was stuck in Dubai because of unpaid debts? After that, things really took a turn for the worse between them, and people started speculating about their relationship even more. Now, Davis' coaches have spoken up about the situation, especially regarding money. Calvin Ford shared what was happening behind the scenes in a video on his Instagram. As Davis keeps shining in the ring, his coaches are raising concerns about Mayweather's actions, especially his reported decision to bar Davis from using his training facility at such an important time. Both Calvin Ford and assistant coach Kenny Ellis expressed their frustrations in a video that Ford posted on Instagram, showing just how serious the situation has become.
Nigga, where Derek at? I don't know.
You don't like
Speak up, Frank. What that mean?
limit. I don't like Floyd, motherfucker.
No, you don't. EJ do the trash talk, make you miss.
Kenny Ellis didn't hold back in questioning Floyd Mayweather's actions. He asked, if Tank is like a son to Floyd, why would he kick him out of the gym, especially before the biggest fight of his career? Ellis wondered aloud if Mayweather actually wanted Tank to lose. His frustration was clear as he described the situation as a betrayal. Calvin Ford shared similar feelings, talking about how complicated and emotional the relationship had become. He recalled a conversation with Mayweather, where Floyd denied blocking Davis from the gym. But both coaches stood firm, saying Mayweather should be held responsible for what happened. Ellis even challenged the media to directly ask Mayweather why he kicked Tank out of the gym. He said, "I would love for the media to ask him, what was on your mind when you put Tank out of the gym?" Despite all the tension, Ford also saw some hope for the future.
A dream fight card.
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
Looking back on the situation, Calvin Ford saw it as a lesson within a lesson. What seemed like a negative experience actually turned out to be something positive. Tank Davis worked even harder because of it, and that hard work paid off when he knocked out Ryan Garcia in the 7th round, proving he's one of the best fighters in the sport. Ford also talked about the complicated emotions between Mayweather and Davis, describing it as a different kind of challenge. He said, "That dad coaching stuff, you get what I'm saying? It's emotions in it. You know that situation, boy. It's heavy. It's clear the relationship was more than just business, it carried a lot of emotional weight."
She kept Snapchat. Okay. Kept hitting me on Snapchat. So he sent it to Floyd and Floyd.
Okay. And you think that was a downfall of your career?
There was a time when Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. were good friends. When Tank Davis's career was beginning, Money Mayweather took him under his tutelage. However, as the years went by, that friendship became a bitter rivalry that just experienced its most recent chapter. Mayweather met Davis in 2015, and almost immediately, the former champion could see the young boxer's potential and gave him a contract with his company, Mayweather Promotions. The relationship lasted about 7 years and brought large profits to both parties. However, the relationship ended in 2022 amid serious accusations from Tank Davis.
7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me.
What they first saw as a setback actually turned out to be a blessing. Calvin Ford said you have to find the light in the darkness, and that's what they did. He wrote in the caption, and said in the video, that it was actually a good experience. According to Ford, it pushed the 30-win fighter to work even harder, which led to his 7th-round knockout of King Ree. Going back to 2015, Mayweather first noticed Davis 2 years after Davis started his professional career. Mayweather saw him during one of Adrian Broner's training camps, and that's how Davis joined Mayweather Promotions. Floyd and Davis worked closely together, with Mayweather focused on shaping Davis into a superstar. Their relationship was very strong, built on a mentor-protege bond. It all started when Floyd Mayweather gave an interview with Fight Hype, where he criticized some boxers for focusing too much on luxuries and not enough on improving their skills. Things got heated when Mayweather brought up Shakur Stevenson, lied about Gervonta Davis's fight, and even mocked the Baltimore champion. In April, just days after the big fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, Mayweather went on a rant targeting an unnamed group of boxers. He accused them of not taking boxing seriously and instead caring more about how they look in the ring. Floyd, known as Pretty Boy Floyd, used his own career as an example, saying that many only admire the finished product of his success without recognizing the hard work he put in to get there. There was a time when Gervonta, Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. were good friends. When Tank's career was just starting, Mayweather took him under his wing and helped guide him. They first met in 2015, and Mayweather quickly saw Tank's potential, signing him to Mayweather Promotions. Their partnership lasted about 7 years and brought a lot of success to both of them. However, their relationship ended in 2022 amid serious accusations from Tank Davis against Mayweather Promotions. Since then, their friendship turned into a bitter rivalry, with recent events adding new chapters to their story. That's all for now. For the latest news, highlights, and updates from the boxing world, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on content like this. Until next time, peace.